Hello, everybody. I know it's been a while. Um, I don't know if everybody knows this, but February 24th, I think it was, I had to make the decision to let my boyfriend go. It was the hardest thing to do, and I'm trying not to cry. um, he went in, he had a chest infection, upper respiratory chest infection or whatever, like he always gets every winter. Um, they got him over that. They was going to send him home, and then he got some other kind of infection, so they kept him, put him in a different part of the hospital, same hospital, but it's like a hospital within a hospital. Weird, I know. But anyway, they put him in that part of the hospital, which is like separated completely from that hospital, but it's all in the same building, if that makes any kind of sense. Anyway, it seemed like after he got over there, everything just went to hell really quick. It's like, okay, when he was in the first part of the hospital or whatever, and he got over the infection and everything, they literally were getting ready to send him home. And I was looking through his test results and stuff, and I'm the one that seen where it said he had another infection that was appearing or whatever, coming back. It didn't say what it was or anything, it just said signs of an infection again in his chest. So I mentioned it to them, and I was like, you can't send him home if he's still sick like that. I said, he'll just get sicker and I'll just have to turn around and bring him back to the hospital, you know? So that's when they decided to put him in that other part of the hospital. So they did. As soon as he got in there, he wasn't even in there very long, and things went really bad. I just remember them calling me one day and saying, "Oh, his lungs are so bad, like they're really getting bad really fast." And I have no car. I don't have anybody to give me a ride. Like nobody wants to help anybody nowadays, as you all know. And I couldn't even get up there. Like I was only up there like I don't even know how many times. Like he was in the hospital literally for a whole month before he died. And I was only up there like probably a handful of times, and I felt so guilty about that. But anyway, I feel like they did something to him. I don't feel like his lungs could have got that bad that quick. I mean, yeah, they probably could have. But when I was asking all kinds of questions, I even got to talk to the doctor on the phone and everything, and they just acted like, I don't know. All he kept repeating over and over and over again to me was, his lungs are bad, his lungs are bad. They're not, like, there's nothing we can do, all this and that. And then, like, a week later, they called me and told me that practically like there was nothing that they could do for him, that he was probably going to end up dying from this. They had to put him on a ventilator just to help him breathe. And then one morning they called me at like, I don't know, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, telling me that he was like, they was losing him, and wanted to know what I wanted to do. And I was like, you do everything you can to save him. So they did. And I went in the very next day to see him. And he didn't look good, but he was like still conscious enough. I think he knew I was there and he could hear me. He knew what I was saying. And I said everything I wanted to say to him. And then I don't know, like just a few days later they kept calling me. They called me like I don't know how many days in a row, saying just saying to me like basically wanting me to like come in and pull the plug already, like because they said he was suffering so bad. And he didn't look like he was suffering that bad to me when I went up to see him, but he didn't look the greatest, I'll be honest. But they kept calling me like they were hitting around. They didn't even come out and like say what they wanted me to do. They just kept hitting around, and then I didn't know what to say because I didn't want to lose them. So I was just like, okay, thank you, goodbye. And then they called me, I think the third or the fourth day or whatever it was, and I was just like, okay. I said, you guys say that he's gonna die like any day now because they said that the ventilator, his lungs were getting so bad that the ventilator wouldn't even help him to some point. They said at the point that he was at right then, they had the ventilator up so high that it was doing more damage to his lungs than helping him at that point. And they said that he could die like at any moment. And that's what got me to think a little more. And I was like, well, if he's really suffering that bad and there's no hope for him and he's just going to end up dying anyway, I'd rather be there with him than not him being alone. So I was like, okay, just do it. But I was like, I don't have a right to get up there. They literally sent a cab to pick me up, to take me up there. And it was just me. I was sitting there getting ready to do it all by myself. When my sister-in-law, God bless her heart, I don't know why she messaged me. Or maybe I messaged her. And I think I messaged her and I told her what I was doing. And she was like, do you want me to come up here with you and be with you? And at first I was like, I just want to be by myself. But then I was like, no. I was like, can you please come up here and be up here with me? So she come up here and she was with me when they unplugged the ventilator. And let me tell you guys, it was so weird. I've never been with anybody when they passed away before, and I know with all these Mandela effect changes and everything, all these changes, it was just so weird. Because they literally had to paralyze him, I think like the night before I did this, because they said that it would make him, so he couldn't feel no pain or whatever. They said he was in that much pain, so they paralyzed him so he wouldn't feel no pain. And they had him like in an induced coma or whatever, so that he wasn't aware of anything and he couldn't feel anything, basically. So we get in there, and of course I was sat in there for a long time by myself with them before this even happened, and I got to talk to him and say stuff to him then. But after they pulled the plug, it was like his eyes, and I want to almost say that he lifted his head up and his eyes got really big, like really big, like it looked like he was in shock. And it looked like he was looking at something or somebody. And it scared me because I was like, how is he even doing all that when he's knocked out like that and he's paralyzed? And I can't remember if I can't remember if he lifted his head up. I want to say he did, but I can't really remember, honestly. It was all so surreal and so weird and so sad and scary at the same time. Like literally the way his eyes got so big, and I forgot to tell you, after they had brought him back to life the one night, the next day when I went up to see him, his one eye, he didn't have control over his one eye, just the one. But it was weird because when they unpulled the plug, both of his eyes look perfect. They both look like he had control of both of them. It looked like all of a sudden, as soon as they pulled that plug, it was like he woke up almost. Both of his eyes got bigger, as big as saucers, I want to say. They were huge. And it was like he was staring at something. And it almost, to me, it looked like, I swear to you, it looked like he had a look of fear in his on his face. To me, it did. And then slowly his eyes, I swear to God, and this is no joke, my sister-in-law can verify all this. But anyway, his eyes, it was so scary to me in a way. I know I shouldn't say it's scary, but it was kind of scary. His eyes slowly wandered over to where I was sitting at the side of the bed holding his hand. and he looked right at me. But it was like taking, I was like, I didn't know how long it takes for somebody to go. I mean, I guess it's different for everybody. And my sister-in-law was standing like behind me, and all of a sudden felt her put her arms around me and hold me like tight. And she was telling him it was okay to go because it was taking him a while to go. And I was like, kind of like, what did I do? What did I do? I feel like I'm killing him because it took him a while to go. She kept saying, it's okay to go. Everything will be alright. You're fine. Timmy will be okay. All this and that. And then he was still hanging on. But that's like him because that's just the way he was. He was a fighter. He's been through so much. And like, I started talking and I kept telling him that I just was like, it's going to be okay. I'm okay. Everything's okay. You'll be fine. It's okay to go. It's okay to go. I kept telling him. And then he was gone. And then, it was like after he heard me say that, it was like, that's all he needed to hear, I felt like, because he was gone, like, right after I said that. It's like he just went. And then, after they, like, listened to his heart and stuff and made sure that he was really gone and everything, me and my sister-in-law sat there with him for a little while, and his mouth, it was like he was like, you know how, like, you kind of, like, smile? Or you like move your lips or what? It was almost kind of like not like he was smiling, but it was like just moving his lips up like that and then down, kind of like just moving your lips. Like he did that like I don't know how many different times, but not all like right in a row. Like a little after there was like a little space in between there when he did it like 3 or 4 times. And it was quite a while after he was like laying there too. Like I kept looking at my sister-in-law. I was like, why does he keep moving like that? And then the nurse walked in and she was like, oh, that's just like their reflexes or whatever, whatever. But to me, I swear it was like he was still alive. I was like, I don't know. The whole experience, I would not I swear, I would not wish for anybody to have to go through that. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. That was like, if nobody believes in an afterlife, well, you better believe in one, baby, because I'm telling you, when his eyes look like that, he saw something or somebody. And Huss wasn't the nicest person, let's put it that way. Like, I was thinking when I saw that look of fear on his face, it was to me like he saw hell or the devil himself. I swear to you, that's what I was thinking. And that's exactly to me what his face looked like. And then that's instantly when I started feeling bad about doing it. And I still feel bad about it. It's like I gotta get over that. I know it's not my fault. I keep telling myself that, but it's hard. But anyway, I didn't mean to go through all that. That's not even what my video was even supposed to be about. I'm sorry. I've got a couple of Mandela effects, actually. Okay, I'm going to show you my hand. Okay, see where our knuckles are here, right here. See those lines, these lines right here. Okay, and how our fingers bend, like right here, like right there, like how they bend there. It's like we got 2 knuckles now. Well, look, I put it in black and white because it's the only way I can really see it show up good on my camera is the lines there. See the lines? It literally looks like we're getting lines up there. Exactly like, just a minute. Oh, my nose is running. I'm sorry. I don't want to be sniffing through the whole video. Okay. It literally looks like we're getting those same lines down here, up here now. See, that one's like really distinct. Like, I just noticed this last night when I was sitting here. And it looks like I literally look like I caught it like right when it was like happening because it looks like I've got them even more now. More distinct on my fingers. See the lines? Check your hands and see if y'all have those too. I've got them on both my hands. Anyway, another Mandela effect I got is I was watching this little video about Marilyn Monroe, and it says, and I've never known this, never heard this. To me, this is a Mandela effect. I guess just days before she passed away, Marilyn Monroe, she was forced to terminate her. She was pregnant. Never heard of her being pregnant before, ever. Like, never knew of her to be pregnant. I guess she was forced to terminate her pregnancy just days before she died. And it was either to be, it said in the thing, it was either to be because I guess she was sleeping with the president, John F. Kennedy himself. And also, she was having an affair with his brother, also. And she didn't know if it was his brother's child or if it was his child. So that's an Emmy for me, too. Those with my hand and Marilyn Monroe thing. And even, I don't know if that's like, I don't know. I've never heard that before with her, ever. Not ever her ever being pregnant, ever. So to me, that's a Mandela effect. I want to start making videos because I swear every day, now I know what MA used to, like when he used to say that there were so many of them that you couldn't, unless you wrote them down, there's no way you could like even keep up with them. And I was like, how is that even possible? Because back then I was like, I could even, it was hard for me to see some of them unless somebody brought them to my attention most of the time. Like, I know I found the one with the Statue of Liberty with the torch changing color, like that. I made the video on that first, but anyway, like that's not what I'm talking about. That's not my point. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it was hard for me to like to find them back then. I feel like I'm more aware now of things and everything because oh my gosh, there are so many things. Like everything I see, everything I hear of anything, it's like different. Everything seems like it's different. Everything. Even personal things. Like I got this post out in my yard out here. And I was walking out there one day and I saw this little thing sticking up off the top of it. But it was like looked like it was stuck to it from the other side. And I thought, what the hell is that? So I go out there and I was literally, no, that's what I was doing. My brother was leaving, and I was walking him out to his vehicle to say goodbye to him. We was talking on the way out. So I saw that, and I'm like sitting there looking at it. And the first thing my brother says to me, how he's getting in his truck, he goes, yes, that's always been there. Because, of course, he knows how I talk about my stuff. And, of course, they all think we're crazy. Like our family all thinks we're crazy, right? And I looked at him and I said, no. I said, it may have been for you, but I said, I've never seen that little sign stuck to this pole. There's never been anything stuck to that ever since I've lived here in the 7 years I've lived here. I said, no, that's never been on there. And you could tell it's old because there's a piece broke off of it. It looks all rusty and old, like it's been there forever. I've never seen it before. I've been here for a little over 7 years now, and I've never seen it. No, that it's never been there. I've had my I got two windows in here and like in my kitchen area, like this there's this wall with two windows in it that separates my kitchen from my living room. And the windows in those, the pattern that's on them has changed and they match the same pattern that's in my kitchen cabinets. They're glass and they all have it's the same design. Well, they both changed. Like completely changed to a whole different design. And I'm the only one that's noticed that. Even when my boyfriend was still here, I even asked him if he noticed that or if that was different, looked weird to him. He shook his head no, because he couldn't talk. Like he shook his head no. So, and there's so many other things, but I just, with my boyfriend passing away and me dealing with him being sick all that time and in the hospital all that time, like I haven't, my head, I still don't feel like I'm back to myself at all. I'm still like grieving and I have a therapist I talk to, but it's like I could tell him more than he could tell me. That's how I feel. I feel like I know more about stuff than what he does, literally. He doesn't really do me that much help. It just feels good to have somebody to talk to sometimes because I have nobody to talk to. But I know some of you do know my daughter found out she's pregnant. She's due. It's funny because she's due. She could be due on my birthday, and I'm a Scorpio, and my daughter's like, oh dear Lord, my daughter, because she's having a girl. She found out she's having a girl. She's like, oh my gosh, my daughter's going to be a Scorpio. She goes, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I was like, I'm your mother, and I'm a Scorpio. She's like, yeah, I know. Because y'all know how I can be a little out there sometimes. But I was like, just because she's going to be a Scorpio doesn't mean that she's going to be anything like me. I know other Scorpios, and they're not anything. Some of them aren't anything like me. And I told her, I said, I said, it'd be pretty cool. I said, if she was born on my birthday, I said, if she's going to be a Scorpio, she might as well be born on my birthday. And I was born on Halloween. And Kelsey was like, my daughter was like, well, that would be pretty cool. She goes, that would be pretty cool if she was born on Halloween. She said, if she's going to be a Scorpio, she might as well be a Halloween baby, huh? And I was like, yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. I know I'm just sitting here gabbing. It has nothing to do with my video, but I just thought I'd share that part of my life with you. I'm so happy. It's all kind of bittersweet with him gone. I can't stop crying. With him gone. But now I'm gonna have a granddaughter, which will be awesome. I mean, when she told me, I should have acted a little more excited than I did but it was literally like she told me literally like when I had to like make the decision to let him go. Like she told me right, probably the day before I did it. So I wasn't like I didn't act all excited like I should have, and I feel bad. And I told her I apologize for that because I mean when you're boyfriend of 13 years, the past 5 years, I've taken care of him. I mean, what kind of mood was I supposed to be in? You know what I mean? I mean, yes, I am excited about it. I just wish that he was here, that he could share that part of my life with me, and now he's gone. I don't know, I need to stop crying because I need to get my vibes up. I feel like I haven't been able to do that at all. I just ask for everybody to say some prayers for me, please. It's been so hard. So hard. It really sucks. Well, if you didn't mind me crying through the video and sharing some of my life experiences and things that's going on with me and these couple Mandela effects, give me a thumbs up if you would, please. It really don't matter. I mean, this channel really don't mean a whole lot to me. I just like to share things with people. I don't have many people to talk to, so I'm sorry for crying through most of this video and doing that the whole time. I'm sure that doesn't sound the greatest. Alright. Thank you all very much. And I think I might just start doing a video maybe once a week or something with something or a few that I find if I remember to write them down and I'm not too preoccupied thinking or doing something else that has nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? Like my mind is like just not there right now. I feel. I want to thank you all for watching. Have a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day outside here. It's so nice and warm outside. Finally, it's like warm. It's been warm for the past couple days. Thank God. God bless you all. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.